If you want to have youthful glowing skin, most people are turning to all these fancy lotions out there, but there's some very specific vitamins that you need and also some cutting edge research on how you can have amazing looking skin that nobody's talking about. Hey Wellness Warrior, I'm Dr. Nick Zyrowski, and I started my holistic health practice in order to help you take control of your health naturally, because true health only comes naturally. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, give this video a thumbs up, and share with me your thoughts in the comments below. The general concept that most people have as to how they can improve their skin health is all wrong. And when you look at some of the top skincare companies on the market, they don't even have anything that's exciting to me, because your skin is a reflection of your bodily health. And there's some specific vitamins that you can take, but it even goes beyond vitamins. And this is where it gets really exciting. And I know what you're saying to yourself, Dr. Zyrowski, that is a bold statement to make, to say that the beauty industry has it wrong and the pharmaceutical industry has it wrong. But let me give you an example. So I have this young lady who comes in for care. And when she comes in, I just kind of, chatting it up with her a little bit. What do you have going on for the weekend? So she explains to me, yeah, this weekend I'm having a pool party, but I'm kind of bummed out because I can't go out in the sun. And obviously the first question when you hear something like that is like, well, why can't you go out in the sun? Well, she goes on to tell me that she's on some new skin medication and the doctor told her she couldn't be out in the sun for long periods of time. So I said, well, what kind of medication are you on? I'm thinking, young, healthy individual, why are you on a skin medication? Turns out she's on accutane. Now, when I hear accutane, I first of all about fall over, but red flags also go off because I never want to see one of my patients on accutane. The side effects of this stuff are so bad. Don't take my word for it. Let's take a look at what it has to say about the side effects of accutane, the pharmaceutical solution in the beauty industry. Dry lips and mouth, minor swelling of the eyelids or lips, crusty skin, nosebleeds, upset stomach, ringing in the ears, thinning hair, severe headaches and vision changes, hearing loss, chest pain, yellowing of the skin, dark urine, severe diarrhea, and rectal bleeding. I mean, this is a young person on this. This is craziness. Oh, it even gets worse. Birth defects. And actually, they have young women go on birth control, which is going to screw up their hormones, while taking the accutane because of the birth defect problem it causes. And to top it off, she has to get her liver enzymes checked on the regular because it could really put some damage and harsh impact onto the liver. Craziness, okay? So look, I hate acne just as much as the next person. I don't want it on my face, especially when I'm doing these videos. However, we have to look for real solutions and not look to these band-aids that are causing harm to our body. Now, we all like to have good, healthy skin, including myself. I mean, you can easily misjudge somebody's age based on their skin health. You might think they're 10 years older or 10 years younger. So I want to give you some out-of-the-box concepts, ones that you haven't heard on repeat all over the internet. So we're going to kick this off talking about some probiotics that you can use that really improve your skin health. And I know it sounds crazy, right? Considering we live in a society where we think that bacteria has one purpose, and that is to destroy us. I mean, people are running around today soaking themselves with hand sanitizers, which I will, on a side note, mention that will have some very long-term negative consequences. But the fact is that this bacteria that's on our skin, in our sinuses, in our gut, all over our body is referred to as the microbiome, and it has some very important purposes in our overall bodily health, especially our skin. So I'm going to give you a couple pieces out of the research to kind of give you an example. It can get a little bit heavy, so I don't want to go too far in depth, but let me explain a few of them. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the research has to say. We have the Lactobacillus rhamnosus first, and it's been shown to help 3 different ways with the skin. So first of all, it helps reverse atopic dermatitis, which is also known as eczema. It supports the epithelial barrier function of the skin, so the skin cell itself, and then it supports protecting the skin from UV radiation. We hear about this all the time, right? You go out into the sun for a long time, it's bad for your skin. You think of people who live in Australia and they never use any type of sunblock and it just ages them dramatically. So this is why this particular bacteria will promote good skin health. Now, next we have the Bifidobacterium infantis. This actually supports our GI tract, which if you have poor gut health, you will likely have poor skin health. They always correlate. And so what we want to do is support gastrointestinal health during this time, and that's what this particular probiotic does. And then also it helps make nascent B vitamins, which this is incredibly important, which I'll get to more in just a moment on how B vitamins are crucial for good skin health. Next, we're gonna have the Lactobacillus fermentum, and this one particularly is known in the research for giving us radiant, glowing, and youthful skin. I think that we all need this one, right? Now, let's go ahead and look at the Lactobacillus sakei, which is good for the skin and the sinuses. The Bifidobacterium breve, which is good for helping the skin accommodate ultraviolet radiation. Okay, same thing, UV protection. And then we have the Staph epidermis, which has been shown to actually inhibit unhealthy species of bacteria from causing skin problems for us. So we talked about some different possible rashes, some blotches on the skin, some of these different bacteria that specifically promote acne on the skin. So we want to make sure that we're getting that good bacteria on there to protect us from the bad stuff as well. So in a nutshell, when we look at a lot of these different topical probiotics that we can use, they're incredible. So not only can we take probiotics orally, but we can use them topically in order to increase our skin health. And I personally use a topical probiotic lotion every single day for my skin because that's how much I believe in this new cutting edge research. Now, there's a whole bunch of other bacteria that I could mention, but it can get a little bit boring. Like I said, it's a little heavy. If you want to learn more, I'd recommend you go read on it. And I'll put a link in the description to the one that I use on a regular basis, and it has the whole list of bacterias in it, the whole list of probiotics. And I do promise I'll put it in the description because I know a lot of times I forget. But remember, as I mentioned before, it's not what you just put on your skin topically, but it's also what you take orally that can improve your skin health. I have people take some very skin specific probiotics all the time, and it's amazing. Overnight, their skin starts to clear up, their acne starts to lessen, some of the red blotching and the eczema that they had on their face starts to dissipate. And so we have to make sure that we don't only think topically, but we also think how we can consume these to improve our gut health, which is going to improve our skin health. And I'll put, like I said, all resources in the description for some skin specific probiotics as well. Now we can look to a very specific vitamin that really helps improve our skin health, one that nobody ever thinks about. And that's going to be B3 in the form of nicotinamide. Now, specifically, this B3 has been shown in the research to do some pretty amazing stuff for us. First of all, it has been shown to reduce dryness, eczema, support improving your tone and texture of your skin. It also supports reducing red spots, lines, wrinkles, and redness. So that's B3 in the form of nicotinamide. Now, when we start to think of health and how there's always this like tangled web as to how it all goes together, remember how that one particular bacteria helps us produce more B vitamins in our body? Well, that's pretty important. And so many people have B vitamin deficiencies, and all B vitamins are going to be really good for skin health, but this one particular one, B3 in the form of nicotinamide, is going to be really good for improving our skin. Now, this next nutrient I want to talk about is one of my favorites, because when it comes to the most upstream thing that you can do in order to protect your skin, in order to protect your youthfulness at a DNA level, a cellular level, it's using this right here, and that is resveratrol. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what the research has to say as to how it can specifically support your skin health. First of all, it can support with UV damage, okay? So it protects us from UV damage, which is something we keep seeing again and again as being very important, by the way. It fights the process of aging in general from a DNA and cellular level, as I mentioned. It also helps improve cellular function. It helps reduce redness. It helps to brighten and even out your skin, helps improve the texture of your skin. And then lastly, it supports with the hydration of your skin. So resveratrol is definitely on the top of the list. So if we take some healthy probiotics, we get some proper B vitamins, B3 in the form of nicotinamide, and we also take some resveratrol, we're doing some incredible out-of-the-box things in order to improve our skin health. So give this video a thumbs up and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, and check out other videos on this channel as to how you can improve your health.